Hello everyone! You know what? The international music world was recently shaken by something truly unexpected. So here's the story. There's this Grammy-winning opera soprano named Sumi Jo, and she's not just any singer, guys. She's one of the most respected figures in the classical music world, and she gave extraordinary praise to Jimin from BTS. Now, what makes this interesting is that this praise didn't come from a K-pop critic or regular fan, but from someone who has spent decades in the opera world and truly understands high-level vocal techniques. Just imagine, guys, Sumi Jo has performed at the most prestigious venues in the world. The Metropolitan Opera in New York, Royal Opera House in London, Teatro alla Scala di Milan. She's conquered all these prestigious stages. With all her brilliant achievements and the Grammy Award she won, when she talks about someone's vocal ability, it really carries serious weight. So when she openly acknowledges Jimin's excellence, this isn't something we can take lightly. What makes this story even more interesting is the context. You probably know that the world of classical opera and K-pop are often considered to be at two very different poles of the music spectrum, right? Classical opera demands extremely strict mastery of vocal technique, extraordinary breath control, deep understanding of music theory, and the ability to convey complex emotions through compositions that are hundreds of years old. Meanwhile, K-pop, although it actually also demands high abilities, is often perceived as popular music that focuses more on visual performance, intricate choreography, and commercial appeal. But guys, this perception is starting to crumble when classical music experts like Sumi Jo begin to acknowledge that actually the boundary between these two genres isn't as simple as people imagine. And Jimin is living proof of this statement. If your army or at least have listened to BTS songs, you must already know that Jimin is a unique vocalist. His distinctive vocal color, the way he conveys emotion through every note he sings, and his vocal flexibility that allows him to move from soft high notes to rich low notes with amazing smoothness, all of that has become Jimin's trademark. But one thing is getting recognition from the K-pop community and fans, another thing is getting validation from a Grammy-winning opera soprano. This is on a completely different level, guys. What makes Sumi Jo's praise even more meaningful is that she didn't just give general praise or mere pleasantries. As a professional who has dedicated her life to vocal arts, Sumi Jo truly understands what technical elements make a singer truly special. When she talks about Jimin's abilities, she's most likely referring to specific aspects that casual listeners rarely notice, but are super crucial for music experts. For example, breath control, resonance, the ability to maintain vocal quality across various registers, and most importantly, the ability to convey authentic emotion through voice. Let me break this down for you guys. Breath control is absolutely essential in singing because it determines how long you can hold a note, how stable your tone remains, and how smoothly you can transition between phrases. Opera singers spend years perfecting this skill, and for someone like Sumi Jo to notice Jimin's breath control means he's doing something remarkably right. Then there's resonance, which is about how sound vibrates in different parts of your body to create a rich, full tone. This isn't something you can fake or edit in post-production. It's pure skill and technique. And when we talk about maintaining vocal quality across different registers, we're talking about the ability to sound equally good whether you're singing low notes, mid-range, or those challenging high notes. Many singers have a sweet spot where they sound amazing, but struggle in other ranges. The fact that Jimin can navigate all these ranges smoothly is a testament to his technical prowess. Oh yeah guys, and this isn't the first time Jimin has received recognition from the classical music community. Previously, he was also praised by Lim Hyung-ju, an operatic pop tenor who is also a member of the Korean Grammy Selection Committee. Lim Hyung-ju is famous for his ability to bridge the world of classical opera with popular music, so he truly understands what it takes to succeed in both domains. Now, when two figures with strong classical music backgrounds like Lim Hyung-ju and Sumi Jo independently give recognition to Jimin, this is no longer a coincidence or formality, guys. This is a strong indication that there's something truly special about Jimin's vocal ability that transcends the boundaries of music genres. Think about it this way. These are people who have heard thousands of voices throughout their careers. They've worked with the best vocalists in the world, they've performed alongside legendary singers, and they've trained their ears to detect even the slightest imperfections in vocal technique. For them to single out Jimin and publicly acknowledge his talent means they heard something extraordinary that caught their professional attention. This phenomenon also raises interesting questions about how we define vocal excellence in the modern era. For years, there's been a sort of unwritten hierarchy in the music world where classical music, especially opera, is placed at the top of the pyramid in terms of technical difficulty and artistic prestige. Pop singers, including K-pop idols, often don't get the same recognition even though they might have extraordinary vocal abilities. But guys, recognition from figures like Sumi Jo and Lim Hyung-ju shows that this paradigm is changing. They acknowledge that true vocal talent can be found in various music genres and that the ability to master the unique demands of each genre requires equally valuable expertise. For Jimin himself, recognition from classical music experts is certainly very meaningful validation. Just imagine, as an artist who has spent years honing his abilities, practicing relentlessly, and continuously pushing the boundaries of his vocal capabilities, getting recognition from people who truly understand the complexity of vocal arts must give a special satisfaction. This also proves that his dedication and hard work are not only appreciated by fans who love him, but also by professionals who can objectively assess his technical abilities. And you know what, guys? What makes Jimin's achievement even more impressive is the fact that he was never formally trained in classical music or opera. His vocal abilities developed through the training he received as a K-pop trainee and through years of experience performing on stage as a BTS member. This shows that he has extraordinary natural talent and strong musical intuition that allowed him to develop sophisticated vocal techniques even without formal classical training. For experts like Sumi Jo, the ability to identify and appreciate talent like this, regardless of someone's background or music genre, is a sign of a truly deep understanding of vocal arts. And that's what makes this recognition even more special. Now, if we look at the impact, this recognition is really felt across various circles. For ARMY, praise from prestigious figures like Sumi Jo and Lim Hyung-ju is validation of what they've known all along, that Jimin is an extraordinarily talented vocalist. But more than that, this recognition also helps elevate the status of K-pop as a whole in the eyes of the global music community. When professionals from various music genres begin to acknowledge the artistic excellence that exists in K-pop, this helps erode prejudice and opens the way for deeper appreciation of Korean music and its artists. And this is really important, guys, because K-pop has often been looked down upon by some music circles. For the K-pop industry itself, recognition like this is also an encouragement to continue raising standards, especially in terms of vocal training. Agencies might become increasingly aware of the importance of not just focusing on visual aspects and choreography, but also investing in developing solid vocal abilities for their trainees. Jimin has proven that when an idol has strong vocal abilities, recognition will come not only from fans, but also from the most respected experts in the music industry. And this could become a new standard for the next generation of idols. What's also interesting is how this story changes the narrative about K-pop idols. There's a misconception in some circles that K-pop idols rely more on visual appearance and sophisticated music production than pure vocal ability. But Jimin's case and the recognition he receives from the classical music community shows that many K-pop idols are actually highly skilled vocalists who have undergone intensive training and have impressive technical abilities. They just work within the context of a different genre that has its own demands and aesthetics. The reality is that being a K-pop idol requires a different, but equally demanding set of skills. You need to be able to sing while executing complex choreography, maintain vocal stability during intense physical activity, adapt to various musical styles within a single album, and deliver consistent performances night after night during grueling tour schedules. These aren't easier requirements, they're just different ones. And guys, this doesn't mean K-pop should become like opera or classical music. In fact, What's beautiful is that each genre has its own uniqueness. What's important is the recognition that artistic excellence can exist anywhere, in any form, and expressed through any medium. Jimin's story and the recognition he received from Grammy-winning soprano Sumi Jo is a powerful reminder that true music transcends the boundaries of genre, language, and culture. It's about the ability to touch listeners' hearts, to convey emotions in an authentic and profound way, and to master the most complex and personal instrument, which is the human voice itself. When an opera maestro and a K-pop idol can appreciate each other's work, this shows that, ultimately, artistic excellence can be recognized and appreciated by anyone who has the ears and heart to truly listen. So guys, this recognition isn't just about Jimin as an individual, but also about how music is evolving in the modern era. About how genre boundaries are starting to blur, and what's most important is artistic quality and the ability to touch listeners. And in this regard, Jimin has proven himself not just as a successful K-pop idol, but as a high-quality vocalist who deserves recognition from the global music community. For those of you who might be new to BTS or Jimin, this is the perfect moment to start paying attention to the vocal aspects of their performances. Listen more carefully to how Jimin conveys his emotions through his voice. Notice his control and technique, and you'll understand why classical music experts are so impressed. What I find particularly fascinating is how this recognition opens doors for conversations about music education and appreciation. It challenges us to listen beyond genre labels and really pay attention to the artistry and skill involved in any musical performance. Whether it's opera, K-pop, jazz, rock, or any other genre, excellence deserves recognition. This moment also represents a broader cultural shift where Eastern and Western musical traditions are finding common ground. For too long, there's been an invisible wall between different musical cultures, but artists like Jimin are proving that talent and artistry speak a universal language. His ability to captivate both K-pop fans and classical music experts demonstrates that music, at its core, is about human connection and emotional expression. It's refreshing to see these barriers breaking down, creating space for mutual respect and appreciation across different musical traditions and cultures. Okay guys, that's the story about how a Grammy-winning soprano was shocked by Jimin's abilities. If you liked this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any thoughts about this topic, write them in the comments section. See you in the next video.